The Salvation Army got the call several days back to go feed these folks because they're hungry. They have not eaten well in many, many days. Captain Luis Melendez from the Salvation Army office in Hidalgo County joining us right now. Good to see you again, my friend. So,
thank you, sir.
How many people are you feeding day to day? Have you taken some numbers?
Well, the numbers vary between 80 to 100, 150, sometimes smaller numbers, but we get the call, like you said.
Come up to the mic, my friend. Come up to the mic. Yeah.
We get the call, and the call tells us the bus is arriving or the bus has arrived. And
who calls you, brother? Who's calling you?
We're getting the call sometimes from Sacred Heart or sometimes from the McAllen bus station.
Okay.
Okay, so once we get that call, we quickly go over there with our mobile feeding
unit. Do
you
have to prepare more food for them, or you just take what you have in stock there from your daily kitchen?
It's a combination. It's depending. Like if it's around the lunchtime, my staff already knows that our soup kitchen to have extra available, and so the same menu is prepared, boxed up, and taken once we have the call and know the number. If it's late at night, which we have had around 9 or 9:30 a call.
Even at night you're responding to go feed some of these
anytime.
folks?
We will respond
because I guess they're releasing him and taking him to the station.
That is correct. I mean, it averages mid-morning or early afternoon, but we had a few. I don't think more than 2.
How's your pantry doing? You okay?
Well, it's okay, but we're always happy to take donations when it comes to monetary or the canned goods.
Well, is this food and clothing that you've had already, let's say prepared in the event of an emergency here, of a hurricane or a flood or something of that
That's correct.
sort?
This is from our disaster food and that we have ready just in case.
And again, you're just providing food right now.
Right. The Salvation Army
Pimentel
at this time is responsible for feeding and hydrating. So,
okay.
And they also do some light feeding over there and some hydration. But we go whatever it is: coffee, juice, the power drinks, water, especially a lot of water, and specifically that nice hot meal provided from a kitchen.
Well, this kind of might put you in a quandary here because you're dealing with something that's been very unexpected for you. You're preparing for what may come in terms of, like I mentioned, a hurricane or a flood or something. So you're going to be needing some extra donations,
right.
I would assume.
We consider and classify this as a local disaster. Those are the terms we use in the Salvation Army. It is a local disaster.
With
of course,
no
we understand it is a
sight.
humanitarian effort.
Yes, sir.
But,
this is what you're here for.
We have to tap into our disaster.
But unlike a hurricane or a natural disaster, which Tim was mentioning,
man-made.
Man-made, but there's no end in sight. They're still coming. There's no policy change in Washington. There doesn't seem to be a rush to address this. So you're going to be busy doing this on a daily basis for the foreseeable future. Would be a very good time to start stocking up and making a donation to the Salvation Army as far as food.
But that is more than a humanitarian. That is what is in our hearts, all that love and care for these people, and especially these children. So we get the call, and we're there. No questions asked, as quick as we can.
How many people can you feed on a daily basis? For example, the mobile unit, the canteen.
The mobile unit, once it goes out, we don't deploy it with that amount because that's not the amount of people that are there. But that little sucker, that nice canteen can provide 1,500 meals in one shot.
Wow.
Yeah, but we don't go that rate.
Or two meals for me. Yeah, depending on how much you eat, right?
Sure.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive, though. That mobile unit that feeds a lot of people, and then it can go back to your station, recharge, and go back out again.
It could cook on site, on location, but that's not what we're doing. We're cooking at our own facility, boxing the food, and taking it because we already know it's happening.
You have colleagues, of course, in Cameron County, likely responding to the need in the same manner. And you were telling me that in El Paso, for example. In El Paso, what's going on over there?
The whole operation is taken care of, just as Sacred Heart Catholic Church is doing here. We have the whole unit.
So in El Paso, the Salvation Army is providing the shelter, plus all the food and medical, everything else.
The whole works of going through the whole process.
Okay. Anything new that I should mention as far as the Salvation Army outside of the disaster response that you guys got going on right now? Quick mention
we're doing fine. It's summer, so a lot of our children are summer camps. Yeah. So, if you have a child that between the ages of 10 to 12, 15, about there, and they would like to go to camp, just give us a call at 682-1468, and we can make it happen.
And a heads up for folks who, they hear the need and respond to the call. This would be an opportune time. This would be the appropriate time to make a donation to the Salvation Army, especially at the local level, in the form of food or money, so that they can continue to meet this enormous demand that is taking place at the moment. Louis, bless you, my brother. Thanks for stopping by. That's Luis Melendez. He's the captain for the local Salvation Army office.